Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday the 30th of September 2015. And just before we get started, those of you that are new to Pinpoint Trader, welcome. Great to have you on board, and I have to say you've joined us at possibly the most exciting time in stock market history, because we went through August with a flash crash of 1,000 points down in one day. The volatility has increased sufficiently that we can now trade in the pre-market session. Of course, that's gauged on a daily basis by myself, looking at the range, and I'll show you how to do that yourselves as well. But talking of the pre-market, it's the trading times are 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then the market generally goes quiet. Again, we'll look at that in just a moment. But coming back to what I was saying, that we're certainly in the throes of some exciting times, and I do believe through the month of October, I think we're going to see the volatility increase and see bigger swings as well, because the wheels are certainly coming off the debt market. The Federal Reserve hasn't got a clue what they're doing, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if they don't continue to print as well. And in August, for those of you who didn't see it, I actually recorded a 30-minute video on the background to all of this, and I'll include that in the daily email so you can have a look at that as well and get an idea of why it's such an exciting time to actually be trading the stock markets or the financial markets as a whole, because there is certainly a lot of volatility to come within the next few months, if not all the way up to Christmas and beyond as well. So, right, yesterday, as I say, the pre-market is 6 a.m. and the way to do this at the moment is just to have a look at the time and date at the top there. You've got the clock, you can see there's 6 a.m. and then through to 10 a.m. which is going to be just around there. So that's the sort of pre-market time. It's a new one because of the volatility in the market, the increased volatility. This allows us to now trade the pre-market session, and the pre-market session is obviously before the official 2:30 to 4:30 and then the 6:30 to 8 p.m. and those of course are in the settings in the primary times. Now I've had a chat with the programmer to add in another line here so we can differentiate automatically in the chart where those trading times are, but at the moment because this is new, we have to sort of look at it manually, and it's no big deal. I mean, you just look at the clock at the top and you go, okay, so it's you know, I mean, I'm recording this, it's 10 to 7 in the morning. If we just come all the way to the current part of the chart, which is there, so I know that 6 a.m. this morning, there's the 6 a.m. bar, and I've got until 10 a.m. so it's not a problem. It's only a 4-hour stint, and it's just a matter of looking when a signal comes up, just checking the time first, and if it's after 10 then leave it alone. So yesterday's pre-market session, I mean, there you can see that's the official session in the white. The grey is sort of outside hours, but like I said, we've got to just get that programmed in, but it's no big deal doing it manually at the moment. So we've got, yesterday we had a short and then we had a long, and I'm not going to go through these because if you go to the website and log in and then go to additional training videos, you will see the videos have been added. There are dozens of videos in here with trades showing you in real time how to trade, what to look for. And there's even one from a couple of days ago where we had a loser, and I highlight in the video this one here, afternoon trades, why it was a loser and why I adjusted the risk accordingly as well. So I'll share that with you as well. It's not always about taking profits. Taking profits is automatic. It's how to actually have a look and say, well, I don't know if this trade's got the potential or not. Not that you should be viewing trades either, but it's just highlighting certain things that as you get into the course, you will actually think, wow, yeah, I see what he means there. Or if you're not sure, then just get in touch and we'll explain more. But there's plenty of trades there. All of the trades from yesterday, apart from yesterday evening, which I wasn't in the office, as it were. Tuesday nights, unfortunately, I can't be at the desk, so I missed out on two really good trades last night, but not to worry. they were profitable trades, and that's all that matters. So let's go back to the markets. Look through yesterday. So we got to the quiet time, so all of these trades would be ignored during the quiet time. And then we have this one at 14:25, 5 minutes before the kickoff. And again, you know, sometimes I'm asked, should we take these trades that are 5 minutes before? Well, the answer is entirely up to yourselves. But what you've got to remember, even though that one was a 100-point profit, what you've got to realize is that could have quite easily gone the other way as well. Had you have been taken in on the sell side, the short side, it could have reversed and moved higher. I prefer the market to get that first volatility, first 15 minutes of volatility out of the way, and then the market to find its direction, which we did here as the market traded up to 16,000. Again, that 16,100. The market came down, it then gave us another 20 points, and again those trades are on the additional video section as well. And then we went into the quiet time in the market, hugging this 16,000 level. And then in the evening, missed out on a bit of a bonanza, and not that we hadn't already had one during the pre-market and the first part of the afternoon. So the market coming down here, down to the 20-point scalp, then coming back to the 16,050 level, and then putting in another one as well, which we had a PTP there, which you can see there the market then continuing down to the next psychological level of 15,950. So again, a great trade. You can see how that 16,000 also, how the market was banging its head against it as well, and then coming back as well. So lots of profits for yesterday in the actual Dow. So let's have a look at the pre-market now, see what we've got. We've had, well, the market started at, so we've got a sell 105, which didn't work out, but 105 isn't any concern. But what I'm looking at here is to see how much momentum we've got. We've got 3 greens, solid greens. That means that the market's gone beyond the scalp. Also, if I just grab the measurement tool and I go from here up to the high, I can see we've got a 139-point range. Now, for those of you that are new to the Dow, prior to August, this didn't happen. The market would probably trade 20 or 30 points on the overnight, and now we're exceeding this by 100 points on most days. So the market's got the volatility in the background for there to be trades in the pre-market session, which we're in now, 6 AM to 10 AM, and then that's the cutoff. But again, this will kick in more so at 7 AM when the German market comes on board as well. In the daily chart, let's have a quick look at this. And the reason we use the daily chart is because we get a bigger picture of what's going on. If you look at an atlas, you can see the whole of the countries of the world. But then what you do is you zoom down and then have a look at the detail, the cities, the towns, and so on. And that's the same in trading. So if you've got a daily chart, you can see at a glance the range of where the market's actually traded, and then you can drill down into those smaller times and use that information. And one thing that was relevant yesterday was the support at 15,978, that 16,000 level, which I keep barking on about how important that is. And again, yesterday you can see how the market used this to buy back the market. We've got an increase in volume as well, and the market moving higher on the overnight, so no surprise there at all. Now, should the market move higher from here, what we're looking at is for prices to struggle here. Sorry, that's the wrong place. Let me just delete that and try again. It's the red bar I want. So 16,390 will be an interesting area of where the market should fail, and it can also fail in between as well, this area. And I'm not going to go into the details of why I'm doing this. I'm just going to draw it on for the time being and show you why I'm choosing these areas. So the figures to make a note of: the market could struggle at 16,205, which is not far off, and also 16,273 as it moves higher. And I will record a video on why I've drawn that on the chart. At the moment, don't be concerned, just make a note of those figures, so that if you're actually in the market and you're moving and you're a buyer and prices start to struggle, Just have a look at those numbers and you'll find that's why the market's struggling. Let's have a look and see what economic news we've got out today. 3 p.m. really is more of a concern. Let's have a look at the morning though, just in case we've got anybody that's being wheeled out from the central banks to chat. Current account for the UK, that's going to show a decrease. Don't believe a single word of that. GDP for the UK is unchanged. Unemployment rate, there's nothing there really, and then everything else is 10 a.m. anyway, which goes past the pre-market session. 1 a.m. 1:15, 2:45. Chicago PMI, medium impact news item, not too much of a concern, again showing a reduction. We are heading for a major deflationary period, and the economic news figures are starting to show this. Now here's an interesting one. And I've mentioned this recently in the market alerts because of what's coming down the line, i.e. basically stock market collapses and so on, and asset bubbles bursting all over the place. They seem to be wheeling out the big guns at the Federal Reserve to keep these markets alive and kicking at the moment to the upside. Any chance to move the market to the upside, they are doing it because they know that the stock market, the bond market, and all of these other markets are the biggest bubbles on the planet. And once they burst, that's it. So they're keeping them on the highs. They come out and they talk about increasing rates and all this other nonsense. So Yellen is speaking at 8 p.m. this evening. So you don't want to be in a trade when she is, just in case she says that she's not going to increase interest rates or she's going to print more money or whatever, because at the moment they haven't got a clue what they're doing. No idea whatsoever, and anything could happen during her hours talk this evening. So you don't want to be in the market at 8 p.m. when she's actually chit-chatting to the press. Right, I think I've droned on long enough in this morning's market alerts. Let's just have a quick look around the globe, because you'll see why the market's up, and China is a big problem for the markets at the moment. The 3,000 level in the Shanghai market wants to hold really. If I just click on 1 year, you'll see why this market's given up 60% of its gains, but it's finding support at this 3,000 level. That's going to break eventually, and the central bank of China will no longer be able to support it. Prices will then head down to 2,000. That's coming, make no bones about it, it's coming. At the moment they keep chucking money at it, and it keeps finding support, but once that breaks and moves lower, that's it. And I wouldn't be at all surprised to see that happen during the month of October. And that's about it. I'll leave the implied volatility at the moment. We'll just drop that off for the time being and look at that as the market volatility increases. So just to remove a layer of any complexity or anything for those of you that are new. And I'll bring that in as and when we need it, because of the increase in volatility in the market at the moment, because you can actually use this indicator to actually see when the market's likely to find support. There is a dedicated video to that inside of the additional training video section you may want to look at, but it's not important at the moment. As long as I'm here each morning, I can take care of that for you. But there is a video that's dedicated to it, and I say it's in here. There's a lot of videos in here with regards to trades and other trading tools as well. So there you go. That's the video there. That was October last year. So again, not important at the moment. The most important thing is what's been imparted in this video at this time, and also some of the recent trades of the last few days that are on this site as well, that you can go and have a look at as well. So that's it for today. I will see you in tomorrow's. Have a good day. As ever, thank you for your support, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.